Hello, welcome to my ness of Star Trek Online. So today, the dev blog came out for the Ambassador class support cruiser. Support cruiser, kind of a weird name. It will be available through a certain mission that I don't really know much about right now, but it's for the 3rd anniversary. Probably going to be related to yesterday's Enterprise with the announcement of Denise Crosby lending a voice towards everything. Amazing! So, you get 2 ships. You get the commander level ship, and then you get the rear admiral, lower half level ship. And that's the one we all really care about, but I'll go over the little stats for the regular thing here. It's available for the Federation, obviously. It's got your typical cruiser hull strength for the commander level, shield modifier, which is typical for a cruiser 1.0. 700 crew, which is actually kind of big for that level. I'm not necessarily sure. I play a science officer and I science vessels, so 700 is like a lot. 3 weapons fore and aft, which I remember was about right for of that level. 4 device slots, but where we all actually care about, and we all know where this is going here, is that it's a Lieutenant Commander Engineering, Lieutenant Engineering, Lieutenant Tactical, and an Ensign Science. So it looks like it's lending more towards a tactical bridge officer stations, with only the Ensign Science in there. But that's still the commander. Things haven't been fully grown. If you think of ships as growing. It has 3 engineering, obviously, because it's a cruiser, and 1 tactical, 1 science. 7 degrees base turn rate. It's a cruiser is what it is. Plus 5 systems, all subsystem power. That's a cruiser. Here's the rear admiral lower half. 39,500 hull strength. Fairly good for a cruiser, I'm guessing. 700 crew. Seems a little bit shy. I think the assault cruiser might have more, but this is a support cruiser. Seems more sciencey because that's what science vessels are. They're support craft, in a way. 4 aft. That's the weapons things. There again, a cruiser. It's got all the 4 device slots. Cruiser. The bridge officer stations for pretty much your end game ship is what we're going to call this. Commander Engineering, typical for a cruiser. Lieutenant Commander Science. That's actually kind of interesting. Because typical cruisers, or baseline cruisers, have Commander Engineering and Lieutenant Commander Engineering, and then usually have a combination of Lieutenant Science and Lieutenant Tactical, and then the Ensign is the special one. And that gives you a little bit difference. However, this one has the Lieutenant Commander Science, which allows you for Tier 3 abilities on your Science, which is actually kind of amazing. I have a Dakir, so I know what that Lieutenant Commander Universal means, and that means I can get, eject warp plasma on a science vessel. The same thing goes with my multi-mission Surveillance Explorer. So Lieutenant Commander Science, that allows for, I believe, gravity well. Allows a cruiser to have gravity well. Yeah, Tychon's Rift is lower. Whatever. I don't technically memorize this stuff, but still pulling out of my head here. Then Lieutenant Tactical and Engineering. So the Science and the Engineering go from Lieutenant Commander and Lieutenant to swapped. And then it's an Ensign Tactical. So it's very similar to the Star Cruiser in the fact that you still have 3 science powers. Except this one you're allowed with Tier 3. That gives you a whole host of new things to use. The consoles are 3 tactical, 4 engineering, 2 science, which is very indicative of the assault cruiser. More of the tactical side of a cruiser. And then plus 5 systems, all sub power, and the impulse modifiers. That's pretty much, 0.15. Typical cruiser stuff, but like I said, we only really care in depth about the bridge officer stations and the consoles, because that's where all the fun buttons come from, and we all know that. So I hope this is a great little preview. I'll put a link to this dev blog down in the description, so y'all can look at it yourself in case I'm speaking a language you don't understand and you need to read it, or whatever. And I will catch you all later.